What's going on, everybody? Machiavelli Mills TV. So look, y'all, I thought today it would be fitting to talk about one of the individuals who influenced me to really get into this, providing commentary about, different things going on around Chicago, around the world, so on and so forth, right? And the individual who really inspired me to just get up and just do it was Mr. Zachary Stoner, aka Zacktv. For those who don't know, Zach was like one of the first individuals going through different hoods throughout Chicago and interviewing some of the most famous drill rappers that we see on the scene right now, right? From Chief Keef to Lil Durk to FBG Duck to L.A. Capone, Rondo Number 9, so many other different individuals, 600 Breezy. He interviewed all of them, right? And the thing that I really appreciated about Zach was that Zach was a person who wasn't biased to one side. He interviewed everybody that had a budding career, and it gave a lot of people, not just in Chicago, but around the world, the opportunity to see how these individuals were on a day-to-day basis, how they interacted with their friends. We got to see exclusive interviews. Y'all remember when L.A. Capone did that, if he can't break bread, he fake. I had one more buck on my plate. It was me and bro, we was in the store and both of us got 50 cent cake, right? When he freestyled that and had went crazy all throughout social media, he the one that shot that footage in the alley with L.A. Capone, rest in peace, and Rondo Number 9, right? But, when I saw Zach get up and do that, I was like, man, that's a real strong thing. Zach didn't have a whole lot of money. He didn't have this big, this crazy, super expensive camera. I'm sure he had like some small camera and just got up and just started doing it. Just started interviewing people, providing his perspective, just asking them certain questions that the fans would like to know, getting them to talk about certain different things that you probably wouldn't hear about on on their own social media platforms. And I was like, man, that didn't really inspire me to try to do something on my channel. Now I haven't interviewed nobody, but it just inspired me to just pick up this camera and just started talking. Just start talking, talk to people, just start saying giving my opinions about certain issues. It just inspired me to blog, period. Because beforehand, I was thinking to myself, I didn't want to make no YouTube channel until I had this type of equipment, that type of equipment, this type of access to this, that, and the third. And sometimes you got to stop doing that because it would just delay your dream entirely. You will just put it off, and years will pass by and you haven't done anything, or you don't have anything to show for the vision that you have in your mind. I saw Zach doing this, and I'm sure Zach didn't really have that much experience with a camera at all, right? And you could tell from the beginning stages because it was times where Zach probably would lose focus on the camera, and he would have a hard time trying to get the camera back refocused. So you can tell he was kind of a novice at the time he started. But of course he got more experience as time went on. And he learned how to handle that. He learned how to handle that camera very well. And it was just like, man, Zach doing it. He's giving the world insight to what was going on in Chicago with these artists, and giving us insight to these interviews from the different artists that captivated the entire world. It's drill fans all across the country, all overseas. UK drill scene was inspired by Chicago drill scene. And Zach was the first individual really covering this stuff. He was the first one really going to these different neighborhoods and talking to these people and interviewing them on the alley and on the front porch, in their house, on the block, in the middle of the street. Zach was going any and everywhere, right? And I was just like, man, he really got a vision. And his vision started to grow. I started seeing his channel take off in ways that you probably would never expect it to do, right? And I'm sure Zach expected it to do that though. Zach started getting 1 million views on his on certain videos, 500,000 views, 600,000 views. And he also inspired another group of individuals to start doing their thing, right? I believe Say Cheese TV probably was a person, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong about Sean Cotton, aka Say Cheese TV. I think Say Cheese started watching Zach first. He started watching Zach go to these different neighborhoods and interview people, and I think that inspired him to try to get something started and start his own channel and have his own media company get started from that, which is dope and inspiring to see in so many different ways, man. But Zach was a real certified dude, man. I met Zach one time in my life. I was in Walmart out in Country Club Hills, right? It's out in the south suburbs of Chicago. I'm out there in Country Club Hills. I just came from the movie theater out that way, right? So I go over to Walmart to get a few things before I head back to the crib. And I'm walking through there and I see Zach, and I'm like, damn, that's Zach, right? And I'm in college at the time. grad school. I just started grad school. But I'm knowing how influential Zach was for me just watching all of that. I feel like it was just like, man, Zach doing the thing. He dope for this, right? So I had to go out and just tell him, man. Normally, I don't even call out to people or whatever. But I'm like, yo, Zach. He turned around. I say, what's going on, Zach, man? You know, I'm a kid. I'm in college. You know, I appreciate you covering the Chicago music scene. Zach was interviewing not only drill rappers, singers, regular little rappers that wasn't on no street stuff. He was interviewing everybody, conscious rappers, so on and so forth, right? It's just the drill movement was what really got his clicks and views from interviewing the drill artists of that time period, right? But I was like, man, just seeing that, man, as a young kid from Chicago, it inspired me in a lot of different ways, man. And you really are a staple of the music scene out of Chicago. You really are a person who is putting the magnifying glass on these artists and giving them a platform to shine where they can play their music on Zach's channel. Zach even had some music videos on his channel before, right? And he was always pubbing for guys like Rome, right? Posting Rome music up, videos up, and he the one that even put me on the Rome music. I had no idea about Rome before I started watching Zacktv, and I'm like, Rome is dope as hell. Rome can rap his ass off without question, thoroughly. And I was just like, man, I was really, really impressed with Rome, and I got that first look at Rome through watching Zacktv, man, and I'm glad that Zach put me onto Rome's music, right? But yeah, man, I just was like, I can never, but Zach was so gracious in talking to me when I met him in the Walmart, man. I mean, he took a picture with me, and I'm gonna make the picture of me meeting Zach the thumbnail for this video. He took a picture with me, followed me on Twitter, on social media, and all of that, man. And he was just real cool, calm and collected, humble with all that stuff. Talked to me for a little minute too, man, because he actually got a, he had a relationship, he had a friendship with my boy Kiefer Sykes that hoops. And I told him, like, you know, I know you know my boy KD, you know my boy Kiefer, man. He's like, yeah, that's my boy, man. Man, I bought some shoes from him, so on and so forth, because Zach was heavily into the shoes. His shoe game was always immaculate for real. He's always into the shoes and all that type of stuff. He would post about the shoes and all of that, man. So, yeah, but, like, again, Zach was just a cool, gracious person, and it's sad that he lost his life out here in Chicago, you know, when he was really just a guy that was really putting on for the city in so many ways, man. Like I said, gave Chief Keef one of his first interviews. Keef is biting his nails, nervous. You can barely understand what Keef's saying. But that interview did numbers because people wanted to hear the voice of this movement coming out of Chicago. They wanted to hear from this 16-year-old kid. Keef was like 15, 16 around the time. They wanted to hear like what this young man had to say outside of the music. And although Keef didn't say much, it was just like, wow, man, this is like a little kid. It's a young dude that's really out here producing music that has got the world like enamored, right? Then you see a young Lil Durk, like 19-year-old Lil Durk at the time, with the long, all black dreads. And Zach is interviewing him. And it's so old, this is like 10 years ago. He got the 300 on the shirt, like in a way where you know it's made, like, you know, one of them print and press type shirts type things. Then you see him outside on the block, and Zach is asking him how big you want to go with this. And he like, I want to be as big as Jay-Z with this rap stuff. I ain't gonna even lie. And so to see Durk's career blossom from that moment on, like now, is crazy, man. And Zach was a person who gave, like, he put light on these individuals, man. And he didn't choose no sides, none of that. He went and he was interviewing people all around. And I know a lot of people were upset that Zach probably was interviewing people from different hoods. They didn't like it, but Zach was a person like, you know what? I'm going to interview everybody. I love Chicago more than I love a certain group of people. I love Chicago. So I'm going to put on for the whole city. I'm going to interview this singer over here, that singer over there, that rapper over here, that rapper over there, from that hood, that hood, that hood, that hood, that hood, because he wanted to see Chicago win so bad, right? And again, he started with a vision, and he put that vision into action. Probably didn't have the best equipment, none of that, but it started making it happen. And I'm looking like, man, I seen Zach do that. I got to get off my ass. I got to stop bullshitting, pussyfooting around with this channel. I got to take it to another level. I got to start the channel, period. And I gotta just not be afraid to do so. I shouldn't be worrying about what this person gonna think about the channel, how they gonna think about the setup, so on and so forth. I'm gonna just start talking and speaking my real truth, how I feel about certain things, and I garner an audience from that. And while my audience is nowhere near as big as Zach's, I appreciate the audience I do have, man. But Zach was the influential force behind all of that, and it's sad that we lost a brother, such a good brother, man. Rest in peace to Zacktv. was killed about 4 years ago, like 2018, around that time, man. But still sad to this day because that was an individual who really, really wanted to see Chicago win at all costs. And I think he would be definitely proud of how, you know, how far certain individuals have come in the rap game, man. And to see that Dirk is carrying the flag for Chicago, and he gave Dirk one of his first interviews for real, man. That's a really, really big thing, man. So shout out to rest in peace to Zacktv. My condolences to his loved ones. Like I said, he was killed 4 years ago, man. But just made me think about all of that, man. Zach was just a real kind-hearted dude, man, for real. And you know, and shout out to all the fans who were watching Zacktv just like I was, man. I was in Mississippi in college, in Arkansas in grad school. And I was watching all these interviews, and I'm like, man, Zach is out here doing the thing, man. And he got the limelight on the city in a whole different way, where people who haven't even been to Chicago can tell you about certain rappers from certain neighborhoods. They have never even set foot on Chicago soil, but they know about Chicago through guys like Zacktv interviewing these different individuals in different neighborhoods, man. And Zach channel's still up and running and thriving, man. And it's I don't think it's content produced like that on the regular, but I'm saying you can still see those old interviews that he did, and he had those special interviews, man. So yeah, man, rest in peace to Zacktv, aka Zachary Stoner. Thank you for inspiring me and being the inspiration behind me starting this channel in the first place. Machiavelli Mills TV, I'm out. Peace.